using the weekly plan. We have some options here. You can use one Excel file on your computer. You can type, you can make some columns similar to what is the template I have shared in the past weeks, or you can simply draw on a big chart if you have the access in your office or at your home, or simply take a journal or a diary, whatever you have, blank notebook, completely blank notebook, even better. You have all the white space, you can do whatever you want. But what exactly you need to put in the tool, that's important. At least from my experience of using this weekly planner for more than 10 years, I can say every year you take one book, maybe 100-page book, or maybe 100 to 50 pages blank notebook, or if you have some diary which is not interrupting you with big dates and numbers, you can still use that. You reserve few pages at the beginning, 2 pages for mission statement, 3 to 5 pages for roles and goals, many pages, maybe 20 to 30 pages for your task list. If your book is bigger in terms of number of pages, you can leave all the rest of the pages for your tasks list actually. But you need to keep 50 to 54 pages for weekly plan. Why? Because you have got 50 to 53 Sundays, means 50 to 53 weeks in your year, calendar year. So this is one practical method to follow. If you feel that you are more disciplined, I don't want to even spend a single paper because paper again is wasting the resources. You can do everything on Excel file if you have access to the computer. But the brain has to be trained initially. Please remember that. If you have not done anything so far on any paper, don't try to start directly in the Excel file because you will lose track. Because your brain with your hands, when you are writing on a piece of paper, it will create some motor neurological connections. So with these connections, you will be in better shape rather than directly going straight forward in Excel, and you fill 1 or 2 days, then you forget because you don't have the habit. You have not ingrained that habit. Till that time, probably, maybe initial 1 year, you can try to do it on the paper. So maybe spending one book which will serve you as also your improvement tool is not a bad thing. Over the time, you can switch over. Here, I have not followed exactly the template followed in 7 Habits book by Stephen Covey because I feel on each Sunday, I need not write roles and goals repeatedly on every single week planner. What I do, I reserve some pages, as I said in the previous slide. At the beginning of my book for roles and goals, I create mind maps. Then I leave few papers for things to do. But for the weekly planning, this is the easiest thing what I find. What I do here basically is I'm trying to, you can see here, this is the timeline for the total week. And all these bars which are representing the time taken for each activity, they are shown as simple small bars. You can see some bars are solidly filled. Some bars are not solidly filled. They are simple. They are still vacant. Means in between this gap, I can still color it. The point here is, if the activity is already completed, I do the dark coloring here. And you can see here the list of activities and the important appointments which we are getting from our roles and goals pages and from the things to do list. You can see that there are some activities here which have got some asterisk symbols. These are the activities which are important for me for this particular week. But these activities were started in the last week, but they are too big activities to be completed in a single week. That's why they are carried forward into this week. And I follow some notation, like I put some hatched symbolism inside the square to indicate that the work is in progress. And where I have completed the tasks, I put a tick mark here and I strike these lines, which gives some sense of accomplishment. That's important. In a single page, I took it from my diary. I just draw some lines which are indicating my hours from 7 up to in the evening 11. If you want, you can even finally write them from 5 o'clock in the morning till 11 o'clock in the night and try to, just assign the things. For example, here, the important, appointments or assignments, which I cannot change because I have committed with other people, I have put in red. These are the appointments like meetings or like appointment with the doctor, or you have to do a specific task with specific team. So those are critical ones which I cannot change by myself. So I have fixed them in my calendar. And even if the activities are listed down here, you don't need to fill this entire space here, because if you fill the entire space, which means that you don't have any free time left, which is not correct. So you fill when you feel that it's absolutely necessary to block the time in that particular slot. Then what you can do, in all the white spaces here, each block is representing 1 hour. Okay, so each block I'm able to visually see what is available for me all through the week, and if any new activities are coming through the week, I keep recording them. At the same time, at one corner, I am also putting what I want as goals to be achieved in this particular week. Whatever goals I am writing here are not the goals I wrote in my initial part of the book. Initial part of the book contains my bigger goals. In this particular small section, what I am writing is the goals set for this week and the habits as well. So in this particular week, what are those habits I am going to follow? What you need here is, you need a space where you can visualize your week. You can also follow any other template. If you feel something even better comes to your mind, you follow that. But what you need to do is, you have some pages for goals and roles, some pages for initial pages for mission statement, some pages for goals, some pages for things to do. Whatever comes to your mind, you write there. I need to do this, I need to do that, I need to go and buy so and so stuff. Lot of things. In the things to do, you are not categorizing what is important, what is not. You are just writing down the things as they come to your mind. But from that particular things to do list, you are picking important things for this week. Q2 activities mostly. So once you are picking few Q2 activities for this week, maybe you start your week on Monday and for you the week is finishing on Sunday, or vice versa. For some people it starts on Sunday and it finishes on Saturday. Depends. But at least you will allocate some hours in a week to sit on this. Maybe Sunday night will be good for you because you can plan the rest of the week. You don't need to fill your entire time slot. Maybe 1 or 2 activities per day which are important. You block them. If necessary, you block the time. Otherwise, you just list down in this particular weekly plan template. Over the week, if any new activities are coming up, you just write them down. If they are not important, write in your initial list of activities. If they are important and urgent, write down these things here. If they are important, even not urgent, but you want to do them in this week, you write them down here. That way, what is happening? You are only planning only certain activities, very few number of activities in a week. When you really complete these things and you still have a lot of time left in your week, you are free to do those other less important activities also, which you have registered them in the initial pages. That way, if you really work, it needs some practice. Nothing comes in the perfect way at once, right? So it needs some practice. But if you do this as a ritual, you will definitely succeed. It's very easy, right? This is how schedules are also made. This graphical part, what you are seeing in this template, is the same way how project managers are actually drawing the schedules, running into thousands of lines in a big Gantt chart. That's not for an individual. For an individual, the time is fixed. Whatever you are trying to achieve, you are trying to achieve in the same time frame available for you. Thank you for watching. Please like, share and subscribe. See you in the next video.